And welcome to the Walmart Sellers Podcast, episode number 7. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And tonight we have a very, very, very special guest, someone who is mostly in the shadows and doesn't. Maybe shadows is a kind of a dark way to say it, but not a social media influencer, but somebody who is near and dear to my group chat slash group chats in the past 2 to 3 years, and someone I respect a lot. AJ, welcome to the
Thank
show. Thank you for
you.
coming on.
So excited to be on this call.
Yeah, I'm excited too because we're small enough to where it just straight up doesn't matter in a lot of
So
ways.
true though.
And so like we can just kind of get on and shoot the crap. I
think-
literally got out of a car like 45 seconds ago, and that's mostly my fault. But I'm excited to be on here.
I think it's good to be small because at the end of the day, no matter how small or big you are, you could be a wealth of knowledge or information that somebody else may be lacking.
It's very accurate.
Amen to that. So you're in Florida, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're James. Not really close, but
Yeah, we're a couple hours apart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have y'all ever ran into each other down there?
No.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
but Alma has been a great help sometimes. If she's in the area, she'll tell me that dang Miss Rachel's. She told me the Miss Rachel's were, and look at what happened. But I'm not going to be upset about it right now because they're not talking about Amazon. They're talking about Walmart.
No. Half of this show is just us complaining about Amazon or Walmart or both. So
both, yeah, accurate.
Yeah,
well, I don't have a problem speaking to Walmart. You know what I mean?
So I was in that group chat, but I got so far behind. What did you end up doing? It was a panel call?
Yeah, so right now I'm just waiting on the supervisor to get back to me, and it's going to be a panel call of multiple different Walmart sellers to kind of give their feedback on what's going on. It's the first time that, after speaking, and as you know, I've escalated it up the chain, have a good rapport with certain individuals at the corporate, Walmart level. But, for them to actually want to do a panel call with other sellers, a very small one, and maybe eventually it'll get bigger, I felt like it was a big move on their part. And, I look forward to having that. So it shows like a diversity of different individuals, somebody maybe, that we have involved, maybe only selling pet products or maybe just toys, kind of verbalizing, what are the same concerns, and I know that a lot of our gripes are somewhat the same, but, some of the other gripes are not something that I've ever encountered, but, I'd like to have, I think for me, safety nets are very important. Having come from a corporate, work environment, in the, healthcare profession, and having left that, my brain automatically goes into the, why are we not doing this? Why are we not looking at safety nets and putting things in place? So, after having the multitude of calls that I've had, that's one thing that they're like, we need to think outside the box. And I always tell them, I'm like, Amazon has XYZ. Why don't you guys have that? I know, you guys are making improvements, but at the end of the day, like, for instance, like, I don't think customer care should be giving somebody a refund and telling them to keep the item that I never even got back.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the one that sent it in. It wasn't a WFS item. So that kind of stuff. And then also, which you guys have seen, some of the multitude of weird emails that are like aggressive in nature coming from the customer service rep towards me. And I'm like, dude, calm down. Like, it's not that serious.
Yeah.
Like,
and it shows too that it's not an isolated issue, right? That it's 1, 2, 5, 7. Everybody might be having this issue, and they kind of have blinders on when they're looking at issues because they're only getting it from people who are open cases. So shout out to everyone out here. If you sell on Walmart and you have an issue, open a case on it, because that's the only way they're going to know that you're doing it.
And keep hounding them, because they forget sometimes, like, was it like 2 months ago? It took me 2 months just to get approved in Pokemon. And then 2 days later, I'm back to being errored out. So, and it's like 2 months ago and I'm still waiting. I'm hounding them every day. Any updates? Eventually they're going to get annoyed with me, but you have to be aggressive. This is your business. This is your livelihood. If you're trying to sell something and you see like that it, has a really good ROI, I'm going to be as aggressive as hell because I want to make sure that it's done so that I can increase my revenue.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, and high price errors. I'm going to chime in. I'll let you continue your gripe, but my biggest gripe right now is the high pricing error. It's like it's
There's
mania.
no rhyme or reason.
Yeah, it's just random and weird and offensive. And when they give me a high pricing error and then I just lower my price to just give away all my money because who needs money, then they still leave me in the error status and let other sellers come in and sell at the price higher than what I was at. It's like, well, like I can't, like what did they do? Who do I have to like kiss or flirt with or, like take out on a date?
Ask that same question. Like when something goes unpublished and let's say the item's $17, right? How is somebody selling it for 19, but mine's unpublished at 17 and there's someone selling for 16? It makes no sense. It's like there's no rhyme or reason on that situation. And it becomes very frustrating. Like on a daily basis, I might have like anywhere between 60 and 20 unpublished that constantly rotate. Like for a few hours, it's published. Then it goes back to unpublished. And I'm like, I can't
keep up with it. Yeah, there's not even so before we gripe some more, we should probably remember that James is getting rich off of Walmart. And AJ, I don't know if you want to share your numbers or share like feel free. I'd love for you to, but don't.
I'm not at the James status, but I'm getting there. I mean, I was at one point, but
she's gonna catch up this month.
Yeah. 100%. So right now, I mean, I had one sale today. I'm not gonna tell you, like I literally crapped my pants when I saw that one person ordered almost $2,300 worth. One order. And I'm like, I called them, I emailed them. I'm like, are you sure this wasn't an error? Because I don't want to ship this out. And they're like, no, we want them all. Thank you so much for double checking and all that stuff. But like, so right now, as of today, I'm at like 43. But my goal is to eventually be obviously my goal right now, because it's taken some of October, right? And, I want to look at November. I'm hoping to, be in the 100K area.
And that's rolling 30 days, by the way.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And like, I think like, I want to keep it balanced because we can gripe about a lot of the stuff, but then also like, there's a lot of people having success. Like, I'm not in like all the communities and all the different, places, but like just in the little place that I put my nose and like try to pay attention, in the Discord, like there's a lot of people making good money with Walmart. And, it's like Amazon was in 2013 or 2010. And that's a cool thing, like it's $2,300 sell on whatever, like that opportunity is very real. There's no monthly fee to start up your Walmart seller account. Like you can just plug and play if you can get an account, and like that's
you can just even like go to your store and find out, like for instance, a Trader Joe's. Not everybody has a Trader Joe's, right? Like you don't even have to go purchase the items. I'm not telling people to do this, but like you could list something and be like, okay, and then go and pick it up the next day or the day that it sells and whatever. Obviously, if you want to start off slowly, or I know people that do that with Walmart, or Target products that they're, personally me, I don't want to do that. I want to make sure that I have the inventory, because the last thing I want to be doing is driving all over town looking for one specific item, right?
Yeah.
But, if it's something that, slow, I tell people, look and see what you got, like, gifts or stuff that people have given you that you don't want. See, scan it, sell it. I have friends that, are heavy couponers. And I'm like, you literally can just buy your stuff on, pennies on the dollar and turn around and send it into Walmart and make
those
money.
Cosmetics. The couponers and their cosmetics, right? They always end up with so much, because I see people's stockpiles and hoards or whatever. Like the amount of money these people have sitting in their garage on shelves.
Yep. Razors.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
and
razors.
You can sell all of it, people.
Yeah. I mean, I think that people just need to like see what fits for their specific business model, right? What may work for me may not work for, either of you. You got to make sure that, you look at what your finances are and what are you able to purchase? What aren't you able to, like that kind of stuff. And is this a long-term sell, or am I looking for like the quick turnaround? Obviously, we're in Q4 where everything and anything sells. So, because people are just buying the most randomest crap that I can see right now.
Yeah.
But I think it's very, you guys start small and start somewhere. And I like the fact that we don't have to pay a fee like we do with Amazon, monthly and all that stuff. And that's just like, you're gated, not gated, all that stuff. I just feel like the process is a little slower with Walmart, but once you get it open, to certain things, it's just like the sky's the limit,
And no Keepa,
Yeah.
Like, it's a barrier to entry. I was talking about this in the Discord today. There's no data, right? So you have to make your own data. You have to do your test buys, and that's going to keep people out too. So that keeps the competition a little lower.
I mean, I'm constantly having to use, when I'm looking at a product in a store, like let me say, like I'm going into like Publix or Trader Joe's, I have this, I don't feel confident because sometimes I'm looking at like, said product and I'm like, I don't even know what the ranking is. Someone's selling it for $79. This is really accurate. Did they really sell it for this? So I'm constantly having to use my Amazon app to scan it, to kind of get like a Keepa chart and kind of go from there to see, what is going to work for me. A lot of too many steps.
I need to get better at that. Yes.
It's a lot of guessing, a lot of testing, a lot of, you're just not sure. And so it's hard. I think one of the big good things about Walmart is there's not anybody on YouTube yet. I guess we're technically on YouTube right now, but there's not anybody on YouTube yelling like, here's your exact steps. Go to Nike, download this app, buy everything that's this and this and this, and you're golden, and, however you feel about that for the Amazon world, good for them. But that's not really happening at a large scale. And one of the reasons for the Amazon Education Club, like one of the reasons that I don't know, in a way, like I don't really want it to be a 5,000 member community. Like I kind of like it being, a little smaller and, people come in there and they like share like real stuff, like they're the stuff they wouldn't share on like they would hold back if it was on like a public big YouTube or something. So I think
it's helpful,
do what
I said. It's definitely helpful, that group, to be able to like chime in and chat and like kind of troubleshoot things.
I agree. Yeah. So sometimes people ask questions and this is funny. I have no idea. I don't know. And I'm like, I'm so thankful, James is paid moderator. He's in there, like on staff, and he answers immediately. I'm like, thank goodness James did the answer that. I have no idea.
I think James sleeps on the app. He's like the first one to chime in on everything. No. I'm like, I'm not even going to answer. James is coming.
I mean, it's too much time on my hands. Maybe. Yeah. I don't know. I'm in front of my computer. It's open. It beeps. I look like I don't know.
You got to get out there and force one. But I think the best thing about the group, and I said it time and time again, is the Walmart stock checker. That has saved my life so many times. And I just love when I will screenshot it, but I'll cut out like the bolo part and all the other corners, right? And I'll be like, hey, I was just at the other Walmart down the street and they gave me this picture off the phone. It says that you have this many, and they're like, how do you have this?
Yeah. That's amazing. That's actually not in the Amazon Education Club for anybody that doesn't follow. That's in the Bolo group. But yeah, no, I use that every single day. I mean, that made like my day today was extremely strategic and, and out because you can, so for anyone who doesn't know, you take the UPC of whatever product. I'm looking at 2 things that I can't share. 3 things right here that I can't share.
This can of Coke.
Yeah, there you go. You take the barcode and that UPC, plug it in. You do
your zip code.
exclamation point TA, Walmart, UPC, and then your zip code. And then it just sends you a DM with like, this is turned into a full out plug. I'm sorry.
No, I said it because I love it.
It sends you a DM with every store that's within a however many mile radius, how many they have, where it's at on the shelf, and I've gotten a lot of.
Definitely takes the guesswork. and not, I know we shouldn't be talking about, but like it definitely has helped change my Q4 strategy this this year, because I'm not wasting my time running to a store hoping that it's on the shelf.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'll drop in this store to see if they have it. Like I've done that in the past, and now that's less. And I hope they don't take it away, because the one that I paid for the group before, they discontinued it. It got clipped, is what they said, and so that one doesn't work anymore. But this one seems to work. Yeah, I wish they had it for Kroger. So we have it for Walmart, Target, Sam's Club, some other stores, but they don't have a Kroger one. And Kroger would be so great for me.
Ask the guy.
Yeah, I mean, how hard could it be?
I would like a Publix one.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah.
Publix. I mean, you have Publix, right?
I have Publix.
I love Publix.
Yeah,
it's one of my favorites.
I've heard you guys talk about it, and I don't know. Every time I go in there,
there was a butt cream last year. It was around this time, right, James?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, it was Dr. something. I forgot what the name of it. If I see it, I'll know it. It literally it went down to like $2 or whatever it was. I was selling it for $80 to $90 for one tube of diaper rash cream.
Those are the home runs.
Dr. Smith, was it, or Dr. something? I don't know. But it literally was like, that was like a bolo. And the best thing about Publix is that you can actually tell them, hey, I'm looking for this UPC and this is my zip code, and they could check like their sister locations for you.
I like that.
At least they answer the phone at Publix, unlike Walmart.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Yeah, Kroger's great because a lot of the times their markdowns happen at the same time on the same products, and so like if you find a home run, it's real easy to to make bets, and but without a stock checker, you're just kind of checking in to see if they have it, which is
Well, Kroger's was actually really well for me because we have Kroger's delivery, but we don't have an actual free, like a storefront.
Yeah.
But there was a discontinued shampoo that is for like dandruff. It was T-Fall, I think it was. So I tell you, I ordered probably like 1,000 bottles at one time, and they would deliver it the next day to my front door.
Holy crap!
Best.
Wasn't that like early or late COVID stuff?
Yeah, it was like, I mean, everybody wanted their dandruff shampoo. It was like, it had the tar in it that was like very difficult to locate. It was like right after the chlorine issue that had transpired. So it was like back-to-back situations. But that shampoo was crazy because you'd buy it for like $10 and sell it for like 95.
Holy crap. Yeah, those are the home runs. Like when people tell me they're like, I don't have a lot of money, but I want to make money in reselling. It's like
discontinued products is where the money is.
Don't buy singles and doubles. Like buy home runs. Like look for stuff like, and I'll ask you this. We have you on, and you've agreed to let us pick your brain. How would you find more home run things like that? Like how do you find a Dr. Schmidt's butt cream that you can sell for like?
I do like a variety of things. I typically go into like my local grocery store, or like, one of these mom and pop, like, a hardware store that doesn't, they're a one-stop shop, and I'll look at their shelves. And if I see a spot that's like got a price tag, but it's like missing something, I'll immediately start looking it up and saying, let me look and see what's going on. And then it kind of opens up that thing. But I'm also looking at like, just Googling discontinued products for the month of June 2024. And I look at like, what are all the discontinued products? I also use websites like Neutrogena, L'Oreal. Like a lot of them will write on their website discontinued. And then I know like, hey, let me start doing some like, OA looking up to see where is this product and kind of go from there. But the grocery stores have been like, whether it be their clearance, table or their corner that they have, I'm looking at that and kind of gauging, is this a discontinued? And, I'll Google like Dr. Smith's, whatever. The key to that one was that when I Googled it, the website was kind of like wonky, and it said, closing, or it was like closing soon or something weird like that. And I said, let me just check something out. So then I Googled, like, are they going out of business? And it said they had filed bankruptcy and all that stuff. So I think it's just like looking at like shelving and knowing, like, you know, when you're going in a store. I mean, we go into our stores a lot, right? Like very frequently. We kind of know where like the shampoo is. We know where like the, you know, crackers are, whatever it may be. So we kind of know what the setup is, but it's just being aware of your surroundings and knowing what is being discontinued. Because I actually, my business model is probably about 60% discontinued products, because people, yeah, because people are like very weird about, excuse me, if packaging changes or formulary changes, right? Like shampoos or conditioners or even like body wash, something weird happens with the packaging or an ingredient gets removed and it's like, my hair's not so shiny. I see the reviews, bring back this product.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, oh no, let me look for this. You know, and then I kind of find out like, but a lot of the mom and pop grocery stores, I go to like Sedano's a lot, because believe it or not, it's like a Spanish grocery store. But like the mom and pop little grocery stores, or like the, you know, Fancy Fruit, like we have a place called Fancy Fruit that sells like, you know, groceries, but then they also have like, you know, an area that has like Spanish shampoo and, you know, conditioner and all that stuff. And they have different formulas of L'Oreal that we wouldn't carry on our CVS or Walgreens. So I'm just kind of constantly looking at like that kind of stuff, like what's discontinued, you know, people, you know, what are they looking for? What do the reviews say? I mean, there was a Tide, I think I shared at one time, there was a Tide free and clear powder that I had bought for $10 and I was selling it for $130.
Yeah, I remember that.
You know, like, and I found it in the middle of like, in my state, in the middle of a very, you know, Spanish, you know, like kind of grocery area. And I was like, wow. And it, like, I look for stuff that's like dirty and dusty on the top shelf. Those people, those things get forgotten. Nobody, they're too lazy. They don't want to bring something down off the top shelf. And chances are it's already been discontinued. You know, like, and it, like, Google is your friend. You could just Google, like, you know, discontinued beauty products 2024 and then see what pops
up. Those are great. One thing that I think could help people if they're looking for home runs is go and bookmark eBay stores. So like we've mentioned a couple here. One, and maybe this isn't just discontinued, but just BOLO items in general. Like the Wicked doll that just went completely viral. Go and look at the solds over the last 7 days. Who sold it? Filter out James, AJ, and Cody if they have sold it, of course. But you know, you go through those storefront. Those are smart resell. Like those are smart, savvy resellers who are taking action. They got a lead from somewhere smart or a group chat, and they went and found this Wicked doll or this Dr. Schmidt's butt cream or whatever, Dr. Whoever's butt cream, and bookmark their eBay store and just check back once a week. See what you see, and go in and see, like, oh, they're listing. Sorry to interrupt you. They're listing Snoop Dogg's, you know, whatever. That's
now his sidekick is there now, Martha Stewart. So you know,
yeah, exactly. Like they're listing Walmart stickers or like whatever. Like there are giant groups, you know, and small groups where they're constantly just pinging out this type of information. You found someone who takes action on it, so just, you know, copy trade.
What are they doing? Resources. That's what, you know, technology is for, is use your resources. I sold probably like maybe close to $2,000 worth of a discontinued wax that used on your vehicle.
Yep.
Really?
$10 that in Napa Auto. You would have never thought Napa Auto.
Never. I never would have thought that would have been a product that would make me money.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I only got like 20 of them because AJ bought them all out of the state before. I
I
could get
went to my
very
local
many.
Walmart and I said, "Hey, my husband loves this stuff to clean his car." The guy's like, "How many do you want?" I go, "Whatever you got, because it's going to take me a long time to clean that car." So he ordered all of it, and he goes, "Well, there's like 10 over here on this coast, but it looks like it's being pulled for somebody else." I'm like, "Damn it, relax."
That was me.
Yeah, that's
But I
funny.
think it's just knowing what is just I'm constantly once a week discontinued products. You know, like there was a rice-a-roni that was discontinued, like packaging. It didn't
Yeah.
expire till next year, right? And I think you just got to look and see what it is. Kosher products do very well for me. Kosher
Really?
free,
Interesting.
yeah.
I've never sold a kosher product, I don't
You
think.
know why? Because I used to live in South Florida, and when I lived in South Florida, you know, I was surrounded by the kosher, you know, grocery stores. There's
Mhm.
not that many over here where I live. So, you know, and I'm sure wherever people live, it might be a little bit of a different variety. But I think
Mhm.
sometimes we have to go outside of our comfort zone. Like kosher is not
That's a trap. Your comfort zone is a trap in this business, and I am in it.
yeah.
Over 50% of my catalog is toys. So like I like selling toys, but
Yeah.
I gotta sell
Too.
other
I
stuff.
mean, you got me into selling, you know, certain vehicles and all that stuff, right? And I won't go into it, but like there's certain things that like I would have never thought to look into if it wasn't, you know, being part of a community. But, you know, like I said, I tend to like use Google as my friend, and once a week I'm looking up stuff. I do the same thing you said about eBay. I'll go in there and I'll put beauty, you know, and I'll filter from highest to lowest. And I'm
Ooh,
looking at like,
awesome.
what is this? What is that? Oh, let me look in this. And then I do cross reference where I'll look for the item. And then I go on to Google and I find out that product was discontinued in 2019.
You know, there's a product I am so mad I sold. And it is now worth like 150 plus on eBay.
Oh,
It's what is it? That it's like Eterna whatever.
the cream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
You'd be surprised. There's like hair gel that sells for like, you know, a couple $100.
Bro,
But
it's
gotta-
$250 right now.
Yeah.
There's one
Yeah.
on
Worth it,
eBay. I sold
It's the fountain of
probably
youth.
40 of them on Amazon, and I found them for like $5, and they were selling for like 20.
You know who has really good products sometimes to find, and believe it or not, people don't realize, but like going to like Ace Hardware and all
Yeah.
that stuff, sometimes their cream is like, you know, discontinued stuff. Like you just don't know.
Bro, $200.
Liquidation Kings. Let's see what they're up to. Let's see. How
They
do I?
got Liquidation Kings probably has a lot of different liquidation, like a lot of items that they're getting, you know, discontinued products.
Yeah, this is a discontinued seller.
Yep.
Yeah.
So for anybody watching, in less than 30 seconds, I just showed you like what
Or something to look up.
we should launch a list, guys. We look. Well, I'll just. Oh, can you see my screen still?
No,
Yeah.
it's
My bad.
frozen on the
Eterna.
Revlon.
Hold on. I'm scrolling through on a different tab. My bad. Hold on. All right.
Technology, it's okay.
There we
you
go. We should make a list. We'll put it all in. We'll put this in an Excel spreadsheet, and we'll sell it for $500 or
So like
whatever.
that PERT, go back up to the PERT. Oh, that person's listing. They had PERT right there, right? Did I see PERT?
Can you see
The
it?
Zest. The Zest, they had at one time like one bar that was selling for like anywhere from like $20, $30. And then
What?
like, yeah, for a bar of soap. Discontinued, like Bath and Body Works is another big one. People are freaks about their Bath and Body Works.
Yeah.
Mhm. I've seen that.
Yeah. So
Uh,
I mean,
Listerine, cinnamon strips.
Yo, that
Yeah, those are crazy too.
all right. So we've gotten in away from Walmart, and we're just talking straight.
no, you're talking about
It
sourcing.
counts.
Yeah, but you're talking about sourcing and thinking outside the box.
I've sold this before.
Yeah.
I've sold that Jergens during COVID. I got it from Dollar Tree.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Yeah. So I
Ton of
mean,
it.
another great. You mentioned Ace Hardware. go to your Ollie's or your Bargain Hunt or your local liquidation place. If they're not a solid supply chain, if it's like a sketchy place, don't sell it on Amazon, probably not anywhere else, but you can figure things out. I don't know if Heather's on here. I hope she is, because Heather's my favorite person
She's
on the
got her HEB there. Like, I wish
Oh
we
yeah.
had that.
Uh-huh. She helped. I found a dog food at Bargain Hunt and sold it and did really well with it. Well, then we found out it was discontinued. That's why I was doing so well. Well, Heather found it at another local store chain that's right close to me, and it was my best discontinued play to date. Like, it was. I have pictures of a lady from church that went and shopped for me. Her car just like completely full from it's an SUV from the back to the front, where she's just like driving her car like this, and
Those are
it's
the
like a
best.
wall. Yeah, and you know, it's discontinued. People want these stupid little things for their stupid, you know, like whatever, and they're willing to buy.
They don't want to change. It's the same thing with beauty products or dog
Mhm.
food or, you know, anything. Packaging's repackaged, discontinued. They don't want to get their, you know, animals sick, because changing, you know, changing food can make it worse. But, you know, people are like creatures of habit, and they do not like change. And that sells, you
Yeah,
know.
I've used the same deodorant for like 16 years now or something, and I don't use a different type. Like, if I don't have that deodorant, I just stink, and until I buy it. Luckily, it's not discontinued, but you know, I get, and I imagine if I were a woman, I would feel that way about my beauty stuff and my hair stuff and blah. Like, I get it. Like,
But it's crazy. Like, I had a
wouldn't pay
Neutrogena.
$200 for it.
You know, there's like, you know, certain kinds of creams that people use on their face, like nighttime cream. When it gets discontinued, they're afraid they're going to get wrinkles. So they'd rather pay what was a $15 item. They'll pay, you know, $80, $90 for,
Yeah.
because, you know, they've rebranded, or, you know, packaging has changed and they don't like change. But I use it to my advantage.
Yeah. You mentioned something a second ago about the seasonal bed. I think you said Bed Bath and Beyond flavors, or whichever one.
Bath and Body Works.
Yeah,
Bath and Body Works. Yeah. I've found success with long dated seasonal grocery items.
Mhm.
So the keyword is seasonal. Well, the keyword is actually long dated, but like you want stuff that doesn't expire. Like, when you zoom out on the Keepa for 5 years, it should look like, the seller should look like this, and then the price is going to look like in reverse of that.
right.
And so you find that Keepa, and then it's just a matter of loading up on those, because you know that they're about to go out of stock. You're about to be able to cash in, and at the high part, you know, you're making, you know, 400% ROI, because nobody can get their, what, I don't name any products, but like, you know, they can't get their fix for this, you know, food product that they love. And
I have 86 of that particular food product behind me. You can't see it, but yeah, it's not long dated, but it moves so fast that I'm holding a little higher to get a couple more dollars out of it, and I think I will, because this season it's a fall flavor, I guess.
Sure.
So I'm pretty excited about that. And then I went pretty hard on the pumpkin clearance as well. So
Really?
I've been sending in a lot of that. The stuff's moving. So
Yeah.
It's on Amazon, but it doesn't tank on Walmart. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
What'd you say, AJ?
No, I said that stuff what people still buy in January and February, the pumpkin.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I think it was like probably November 2025 dates on most of the stuff. So like, I'm not worried, even if it has to sit there for a minute. And I'm telling you, I bought like 60 units of this one SKU, and I sent it in, and I've sold probably 10, and it's only been checked in for like a week, and the price is not going down. So I'm happy about that.
Yeah. You can make those bets. Like, if you know, like, if you feel really, really good about the Amazon setup, but it's tanked, or there's too many sellers, or the ROI is just not there, but it is the same setup on Walmart with less sellers, higher ROI, a lot of that translates. It doesn't all translate, you know, as we've all learned on one product or another, but a lot of that translates. And so you can make that bet and you feel really good about it. And like, that's
I have a thought about why it does what better on Walmart. Brand recognition for Walmart is groceries, right?
Sure.
So I get that vibe more. And then how many people want to do all of that work for a product that sells for under $15, right? And
Right.
a lot of grocery that third party offers is under that $15 mark. So, I mean, how many big sellers are going to want to mess with that? I don't know very many who would.
Sorry, one sec, guys.
You're good.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll mess with it.
I mean, if it makes me money, I'll send it wherever it needs to go.
Exactly. And like people probably wouldn't want to send this 2 small boxes that weigh, 50 pounds or whatever.
I mean, but how could you not send it to Walmart? The shipping rates alone are like, and the fees are so much better.
I was at 14 cents a unit today. So I was pretty happy with that.
I just am happy about the fact that like something that weighs 90 pounds only costs me $9 to ship. You know what I mean? The ship is just unreal.
I wish I could get more in-state fulfillment though, because I haven't sent anything to Davenport Fulfillment Center in months.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything in there for a long time. Like I don't remember the last time I went there.
9/13 was the last time. Buy for 3, sell for 15. That's what we're doing.
That's what you want, baby.
Especially if it's under a pound. You know what I'm saying? Like that $3.45 fulfillment fee for anything packed under a pound.
Yeah. One thing that people have said that I don't resonate with is that they can't get the volume to hit in on Walmart. Like, and I've seen this too. Like, there's a certain item that I've sold over 200 of in this Q4 season, and it's just booking on Amazon and not on Walmart. So that definitely happens, but it's not everything. Like you can't box yourself into thinking like everything's the same. Like there's somebody in the Bolo group that messaged me, screenshot, hey, I've sold 100 and XYZ of this on Walmart since you shared it, and it's just like flying. And his comment was, I paid for the Bolo group for a year. And I was like, yeah, baby, that's what you want. But also for my point now is like, there's stuff that sells volume. You just got to figure out what it is. Like you just got to figure out what it is, figure out how to find it, and then have the courage to either buy enough to send it or test it and do merchant fulfilled like AJ was talking about earlier, or, send it into WFS, which, where you're going to have massively outsized more success if you send it in on WFS, in my opinion. But
did you
go?
I know you were driving earlier, but did you see the conversation Noah and I was having with another member about WFS?
No, I haven't checked it. There's people that are like actively waiting on messages.
Oops.
What was he saying? Yeah.
So this newer member, he's it seems like he does pretty decent numbers on Amazon. He's doing LTL, 3-way splits, LTL. Like this dude's pumping stuff. He's 100% wholesale. So we were talking about the buy box and how like you can pull buy box with seller fulfilled because of the regional part, and we were kind of going back and forth that like WFS isn't always going to be your best option for everything. And I think that too also kind of pulls that limiting factor for people too, because I don't want to ship stuff.
Right.
That's why I send everything to FBA and everything to WFS. I don't have the desire to ship that, but the volume thing too could play, because they're in my opinion, I feel like those people aren't doing it correctly, right? They're not testing enough, they're not sending enough, they're only seller fulfilled, or they're only WFS. It seems like you have to have a good balance of both to get that volume. And I sell 100 units a day, like that's volume.
Yeah. It's like people that say, I can't find anything profitable to sell on Amazon. It's like, try, you haven't found anything profitable yet. How long have you been looking?
Yeah, try harder, look different places. They're probably pigeonholing themselves.
Yeah, but also change of scenery. I mean, not as everybody has to sell like toys. Look at beauty products. I mean, granted, Amazon is gating us in every single beauty product now, but the sky's the limit, pretty much at Walmart, right? But like, it's just knowing what works for your business model and thinking outside the box. I'd have never thought I would be buying stuff at Napa Auto Parts. I would never thought I would be buying it at, Ace Hardware, but it's what works for me. You know what I mean? Like, I got ungated by, selling, for myself, on, Amazon, buying spray paint from Ollie's. That's how I got approved on hazmat. Like within a month, they were like, here's your invitation to hazmat. People wait years to get into a hazmat program. I got mine right away, but it's, thinking outside the box and seeing what's in your area, going to these mom and pop locations and just, testing and looking and seeing and what's out there. I mean, and not saying, hey, what drives me crazy is when people are like, I can't find anything. But I'm only looking at, rice. You're not going to, you have to take your blinders off and look around and see what's out there. And sometimes, we have to just kind of keep digging until we find what what fits for us.
Like the Brian Montgomery that we had on a while back, he said his strategy was he would just go section by section. So that night when he was talking, he was like, yeah, I'm doing yarn tonight. And he was like, I'm just going to go through line by line at the store that's closest to me. What do I have store pickup on? And then he was going through looking for the badges. And he said, I'm looking at every yarn listing. Can I sell it? Is it profitable? And he was doing primarily Walmart to Walmart. But, that's powerful. That's good. That's a cool opportunity. Like it's wide open because people are already looking for that stuff on Walmart. And then they're pissed when Walmart won't ship it to them. They're like, dang it, it's not available for shipping. Oh, but there's, James, the reseller, who's willing to ship it directly to my door for the low price of XYZ. And, they get that like that.
Like 3 times the value.
But sometimes it's not that unreasonable if you think like to people who, are used to paying more for certain things. Like they're not like,
I mean, Joann's rips you off enough. My mom uses yarn all the time. And it's like, Mom, this is way too expensive. Let me see what I can do to find you, something else. But I think that's very creative. A lot of people like yarn, like, I know that when I was talking to someone at Joann's about some yarn, she goes, the wintertime is their highest peak amount of yarn just because people are like up north, they're knitting their grandkids a blanket or sweater or whatever it may be for the holidays, but it's also colder and people are in their homes. So you see a lot of these ordering for yarn and stuff. So she was telling us to order our yarn now so that we have it, for next.
Yeah. AJ, you are such a huge wealth of knowledge. We just brought up a random topic and you're like, I know the season that it sells. I have the person's number that told me about this.
Listen, this phone is very vital. I have lots of people's. That's the beauty of like networking. You get to know. There's another reseller that always said you have to be aggressive. You have to make connections. You have to have people in your pocket. You have to, and if it wasn't for that one person, I don't think I would have had like, Walmart team leads or managers' personal cell phone numbers, getting texts at 5 o'clock in the morning to say, hey, I hid this in the corner for you behind such and such. Come get it now. That kind of stuff like resonates and always make sure to take care of your people. If they're constantly, hiding things which they're not supposed to be doing or keeping in the back for you, reward them, give them a gift card or, here's a coffee or whatever it may be, that kind of stuff. Because at the end of the day, they're helping your business grow. And that's the connections that matter. Like, Napa now calls me and tells me, hey, this soap is on clearance. You want me to see if it's discontinued? Like, I just came in there for one thing of wax. Like, you know what I mean? Like it opened up another door of things. So, being nice to people helps. So
And $10 gift cards in your pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
it. Fell out onto the ground.
Yeah, I got into the back of an Ollie's finally. I hear the urban legends of all the people. Sarah, Arbitrage Avenue, talking about being able to go into the back, and I remember walking in. I was like, "Wow, like this is amazing." And every time I go to that Ollie's, that they know who I am, and it was because during there was a certain products that were coming out that I was just everyone like. You have 6 buggies, cool. I'll buy it all. And you kind of get a reputation. Also, I wasn't a dick to anybody. Like I was nice, and I was, if there's a bunch of people in line, there's only one. Let them like that. That was something that happened, and like oh, there's that nice reseller, and that matters. That's like they know of reseller. I guarantee you, every one of them know of a reseller that comes in and is just a jerk about everything.
Yep.
And I buy bulk. So you have to, treat me special or something. And, like, don't be like big friends.
Yep,
Please
I
tell
agree.
me stop using those stickers that are curved. Those are the worst. I don't buy products if those stickers are like that. I'm like, I don't care what the ROI is.
Yeah.
Those stickers are just too
Those
much.
are the worst.
Yeah.
The residue they leave on there like does not come off. It's obnoxious.
Yeah, for anybody, let's see, I wouldn't have anything here with the warehouse, but for anybody who doesn't know what we're talking about, the Ollie's stickers that they put on every product, the old stickers or the older products have like the sticker it's a little bit of a different shape. The new ones, it's like a sharp, edge, so you can get that sucker off pretty easy. But the old ones are not what you want. And so.
I agree.
Well, shoot, we've been on here 45 minutes, just kind of shooting the crap. I think we've definitely helped some people.
Hopefully.
I guess we should ask like interview questions, right? Like we should get to know you a little bit. Like, how long have you been reselling? What's your story?
So, as you guys know, I'm a nurse. I retired. Well, when did I retire? Oh, this year! Yay! It only took me forever. But I've been reselling for about 10 or 11 years. I mean, obviously I did eBay when I was like younger and all that stuff, but I didn't fully do it until about 10 years ago. And I went right into Amazon, and then from, Amazon, I fought going to Walmart for the longest time because I felt like their system was wonky, and I was like, I don't have the patience for this. Yeah. And now I just couldn't imagine not selling on Walmart because it's so much better.
Yep.
But yeah.
So you quit nursing, you retired from nursing. You just reselling now? Is that kind of what's the plan? Like next 10 years, just keep doing this?
No, I actually hired my VA, as everybody knows.
That's amazing.
Awesome.
And so far so good. He's already keeping me in line by mapping me out like what to do for next year. So it definitely has helped my business model, looking at like going into more of wholesale. I definitely want to, more of that kind of stuff and kind of have like an even balance, right? I don't think I could ever give up RA. I love like going and looking for stuff and getting excited when I find something, just like the thrill of that kind of stuff. But, I want to kind of like have an even more balance,
Yeah.
And kind of go from there. I don't want to be doing like the running around. I mean, OA is great and all, but like something about going in the stores and knowing like what's going on. I feel like I'm more informed about like discontinued products by going into a store versus like, online, because I wouldn't be able to tell looking at a Walgreens website, like what's discontinued.
Yeah.
What is your number one thing for reselling that you couldn't live without that helps you do what you do?
The Walmart stock checker.
Yeah. Plug.
No. Well, yeah, that's kind of one of the things, but just being very organized. I mean, I know I've sent you guys pictures, but I'm very organized about like what I have at home and knowing like if I sell like certain toys, like I have, the name on it, I have the quantity, I mark it off. That way there's no like overselling of anything. But the last couple of months, I've kind of kind of turned into more of like what James does, and kind of like just been sending a lot more in, because the packaging is very tedious. And especially since Walmart changed the cutoff times from like 8 a.m. to like 11:30 or whatever it is now. I don't want to be sitting at home until 11:30 shipping out stuff, when I could have already been to like 3 different stores by then. Because I'm an early bird. I like to get up at like 6 o'clock in the morning and like hit the stores, and like I feel like that's the best time for me at Walmart to look and see what's going on, as well as scanning, because there's not 20 million people monitoring what I'm doing. Like, why is she scanning this? Let me take it from her before she, whatever. But also I feel like the employees are more helpful in the morning, because there's not a lot of people asking them questions.
They're fresh from the morning, they just had their coffee. They're not cranky yet.
Yes.
I could never. That would be the worst.
Getting up early.
I'm like cracking my eyes open, and she's already sending me like 5 Instagram messages. Like, bro, I am asleep.
9 o'clock is about right for me to wake up. That's about 9, maybe 10.
The early bird gets the worm. That's the way I see it.
Yeah, but the late owl gets the restocks that come in at 1 and 2 and 3 a.m.
I guess there's really no even balance. It's like, what do you have to do to fit your schedule? Like, do you have children? Do you have other activities that you need to do, and kind of balance it out? For me, early morning is best, because then, like I said, I'm back at a certain time. And then I can just do my, day-to-day functions and get what I need. But that whole changing of the times on the packages things just messed me up on. That's one thing I cannot stand about Walmart. Like, move me back to where I had it, like orders before 8 o'clock will go out the same day. This 11:30 is just complete garbage.
Yeah, I mean, James is primarily WFS, like that's his game. And so, I mean, it's working for him. I still
doable.
I still do a lot of FBM. Like we lean on FBM pretty heavy. Like I don't test, like if I have one unit, it goes one way or the other. Like, I don't double list it just because it's a headache. But I mean, we test a lot of stuff FBM. I have like 2 shelves of stuff that we're just like, let's see. I think this will do well. If it doesn't, within a few days, we'll move it to Amazon and just clear it out. And like that constant like wheel of testing has been good for us.
Yeah.
But I could totally see the merits of just like first in, first out. I'm never merchant fulfilling anything. Send it to WFS, send it to Amazon, or liquidate, and like never doing like that. That would be
well. If you look at how much time your FBM takes you in a day, right?
It's a good bet.
It's a lot. Plus, you got to drop it off or get a pickup, and then you got to manage that. Mm-hmm. And then with Walmart, the item not received claims if you don't signature or use FedEx or UPS and have a picture proof of delivery, right? I don't want to mess with that. I had one Walmart fulfilled, or a seller fulfilled Walmart order in the last 2 weeks. One. Yeah. And it was today. And it was like a $220 air purifier, which I'm not going to send that into WFS. That's just not a smart business move. But for you too, right? It's a capital thing, right? So
sure.
When you seller fulfill, you can get that money back a lot quicker, especially in Amazon, right? Because the cycle for payments for Amazon's a lot slower than Walmart. Mm-hmm. So you get to turn your money a little quicker with doing a lot of that seller fulfilled stuff. And I'm just over here swiping.
Yeah.
I'm just swiping away. That Amex Plum is on fire.
Yeah, it'll come back to you. Yeah, I get paid the next day with Amazon. Like if I buy whatever toy, test it, it sells today, and I ship it by 3 a.m., I'm paid the next day, and or 80% of whatever I will be paid. And like that's that's the power of merchant fulfilled this time of year. Like that's why we do
and linking with a provider who does that for you.
Right. Yeah. For free. Do not pay for that because you go out of business. That's a losing battle. Find someone who does it for free and DM me, and I'll send you my affiliate link if you're interested. But yeah, definitely. But I guess my point was, it sounds real nice when you talk about yours and you're like, yeah, just send it all out, at the end of the week, and we do one giant shipment, and then I just go play Xbox, and that sounds cool.
That's literally what I'm gonna do after. I'm gonna load up Steam and I'm gonna play some games. And this week I'll give you my numbers for the week because I've been doing that a lot for you guys. So 277 to Amazon, 668 to Walmart. So that's 945 units total out the door this week.
Nice.
I don't have to do anything else to that.
Humble brag. Hashtag rich friends.
I don't know. Sometimes I like sending it out, but then when it gets to be like 80 plus and you're like, stop. Yeah. I just need it. You start to feel like a, what do you call it? Like a human conveyor belt.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're at 55 minutes. I promised AJ an hour. I don't want to take all of your time from you and your families, but okay. Answer me this question, and I'd love to hear an answer from both of you, if you will. I'm a Amazon seller. I do decent volume arbitrage primarily. I do RA, OA. I'm that guy. Never sold on Walmart, but I just got my account approved. I get this DM like all the time. What should I do next? Like practical, like no BS. Like what would be your 6-month plan to help me get my, let's say I'm doing 50K a month on Amazon and I want to duplicate that. I want to have 50K more on Walmart. What do I need to do? Let's do ladies first. AJ, if you're open to it, what's your advice? What should I do next?
I would look at the products that I'm selling on Amazon and see how that equates like on, I don't know if they're doing wholesale or whatever it is that they're, you said OARA, right? I would look at the products on Walmart and gauge like what the products I'm setting into Amazon or I'm sending, FBM. How does it equate? That way, at least you can use that as a comparison. But I would start small and kind of, stay in the same bracket that you're saying. So if it's toys, I would probably look at toys as well. I wouldn't go heavy into other departments, like other, categories until I, got my feet wet and was comfortable with the products that I'm selling.
Yeah, just because you have a gut feeling about all that, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what
I agree with that. Because and for the exact reason of you understand those products, right? So I would do the same thing in the sense of I'm going to compare current products to Walmart. That's a given. You should be doing that no matter who you are.
Definitely. And past leads and anything you've sold in the past year.
Yep.
Make a spreadsheet, manually look at it, manually analyze the data.
If you can buy it for the same price or cheaper, you should be looking at those products again. Do you have an Amazon return death pile of products that you can no longer sell on Amazon because
baby,
pulled the listing because there's an IP concern, like whatever? that's free return money for you. I know there's potentially some sellers out there who are just probably already returned that inventory or liquidated or whatever, but every seller I know has somewhat of a pile of stuff they can't sell. Cody has a large pile.
I have a large pile.
Yeah. I have a warehouse full of this. I have a full pallet of one puzzle. I'm sorry, carry on.
That's scary. Wow.
Yeah, I paid like 75 cents for it. I'll send you a picture. I have a literal full pallet, like up to my eyeballs of one puzzle. Yeah.
It's the same puzzle? Like it's one SKU?
It's the same puzzle, same SKU, selling it on Amazon and Walmart just as fast as my little heart will let me. Hey, if you guys want a wholesale connect on this puzzle, I will hook you up.
I'm trying to get rid of my Squishmallows. I'm good.
Yeah.
We didn't even talk about that. All right, sorry. Go ahead, Tim.
You're good. So that would be my first move because you probably, most sellers probably already have that pile, right? So that's free money back in your pocket, and then use that money and roll it into new products in the same category you're already doing. You already understand it. Buy products you can sell on both, because if it doesn't work out on Walmart, you could always send it to Amazon and make your money back, even if it's break even, whatever. Like that's a big thing for me is I try to make sure that it's not an exclusive to one platform product at this point, because it's just like, it's not worth the risk if something happens with Walmart. If you get a pricing error and it just will never clear, Amazon, if your listing gets pulled. I had 2 Hot Wheels branded trucks that got pulled. They just went to Walmart. We hadn't sent our shipment yet, so I just shifted my inventory over, created the listings, did what I had to do. And then once you get a couple listings in to help you understand the platform, because Walmart is convoluted in some aspects, the biggest time sink is going to be figuring out the systems, and the math and, referral fees, all that stuff. That's not just right in front of you. There's no app to scan. Once you get all that figured out, then start branching out. So, use the KISS acronym, keep it simple, stupid,
Couldn't agree more.
Don't overthink it. Just, and action is going to get you there.
Yeah, I think so. I think that, like, there's obviously like some herbs and spices that you should know about. Like,
absolutely,
you got to learn the fees. You got to learn the rules on reimbursements and like some of the stuff like that. Like, you just got to learn how to defend yourself against their incompetence sometimes, which is a nice a nice way of saying that. But pretty much, cross-check your current inventory. That would be my advice. And then keep it simple, stupid. Put it in an Excel sheet. How many did you sell in a week? Multiply that times 4. Keep that in stock as long as it's selling profitable. And then the next week, when you look and you realize you sold 4 of those in the past week, then you're going to put 16 in there. You're going to put a month's supply in there. And then, you keep going until you get edged out by the profit, or you get, the supply dries up or whatever. But like, that data that you get just by doing that one simple little process is your Keepa. That is your manual for replens, and nobody else has that unless you choose to share it, which you probably should. You can just send all that to my email.
Only us.
Yeah, only us. Yeah, but I mean, for real, like that's the success I've had. There are lots of people having success in other ways with wholesale. I'm helping a guy with his private label, getting it up on Walmart, and
that's sweet.
Yeah, they're offering $2,000 in upfront fee credits on the
ad spend stuff.
Yeah, ad spend stuff. Yeah, free $2,000 if you have a private label product. Like, there's success being had all over. Ours is kind of like a niche inside of a niche inside of the arbitrage community. But like Walmart, they have big plans and they love getting that 15%. So like, a lot of the stuff that they love getting that 8 to 15% now.
Yeah.
But they're going to continue making the systems better, I think, because they want to keep that.
The growth they've had on everything in the last year alone, some people have said has been more than the last 5 to 10 years of being allowed to be a third-party seller on Walmart. And I think that's only going to keep getting better and better. And once they get a selling app where you can scan in the app, oh my God, game changer.
It'll be amazing.
That is what I'm waiting for. I mean, it's great that we can see what we sold and like what we're at and all that stuff. And, our catalog, adjust the pricing from there and all that. And now you can actually click on the little like eye and it takes you right to the web page that wasn't there like a couple weeks ago. But, I'm like, when I was having the one conference call, I'm like, you guys are making steps in the right direction, but I want to be able to scan something and put it in my catalog, like then and there.
Yep.
So.
With just my Amazon app, I can do the majority of my whole business, especially inventory management. But then again, keep in mind, Amazon charged me $40 a month for that per selling account or per country you're in or whatever.
And how many sellers do they have? Like tens of millions.
Slowly weeding them out with all these 3s,
Yeah. So. Okay. One more point that I thought of that I wanted to share this podcast. I heard a piece of content, or somebody shared something where they were basically like, basically they were saying they were putting just a bunch of crap into their Walmart and stuff without a solid supply chain, stuff that was Section 3E that they
gray area.
gray area. That's a nice way to put it. Yeah. I'm telling you that if you have a Walmart seller account, please, I'm begging you, don't squander it, because not everybody gets approved, and
It's hard to get them back.
it's just gonna get harder over the years, and it's just gonna get more valuable. The way an old Amazon account is right now, there are people paying, big money for old Amazon accounts that are grandfathered into certain things and ungated in certain things. Like, please take care of your account. Don't blow up your business. Don't kill the golden goose. Like,
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
Well, heck, I don't know, James. You, how do we end this thing? Do we do like a prayer at the end, or I don't remember what's the.
Look in the description. There's an affiliate link for the Continuing Education Club where you can hang out with us and learn some Walmart stuff. We have some recorded modules on how to sell on Walmart. You can hang out with Cody, me, AJ's in there. A lot of other great sellers are in there. The community is always growing. It's very cheap for right now. It's currently $9 a month or 200 lifetime access.
$97 for lifetime. I need to increase that. I think there's a coupon on it now too.
I thought it was 200. My bad. 97, even better, even cheaper, right? And that pricing is likely going to change soon, as long as the boss.
As soon as I put James in charge of everything, that's probably going to. Hey, AJ, where can we find you? Or do you want to be found on socials, or do you want to kind of stay?
I'm fine with it. I don't post anything related to the business on there. I don't want anybody knowing I think that makes me more competitive.
Yeah.
That way nobody knows like what I'm selling or where I'm shopping. It's great for some people, right? Because they're growing their business and all that stuff. But I find that I can be a little bit more nosier by keeping it personal.
So join the Discord, and then you can DM AJ and ask
unlimited access to AJ if you join the Discord. No, I think that's so. There's a part of me that wants to just disappear from all of social media.
I don't want all those DMs like you get. Like, where do I start? What kind of product is it?
Cody, you and I both know you cannot do that. Like, your own brain will not let you do that, no matter how much you want it.
I love about half of it so much, and then the other half, I'm like, like I gotta, but I love.
But when your children in charge of it,
that's a great idea. I love that idea.
Yeah, your son.
You got to teach him the business, man.
Yeah, they're already drinking coffee. What's one more other thing to do?
I have Nathan in here, like, join our group with the affiliate code, whatever. Speaking of stuff that we're selling, James is about to launch one-on-one coaching. So if you have a full thing in the Discord, but if you want like white glove, this kind of, you're just looking at James's face one-on-one, ask him anything. He's launching that, and I'm also, if James is going to do it, I'm going to do it too. So I think
so. It's not just me launching it; it's we are launching it.
We are launching. I've always there's a whole community of people that call me a furu, a fake guru, and so I've always felt weird about that, and so I've never really offered one-on-one. Like, I have a group and it's $9 a month, and I'm not making any money on it. So I feel good about that. But like, if you want to Zoom and just look at my mug and ask me anything, and I'll probably enjoy talking about your business. So like that's something we're gonna do. We're gonna offer.
Probably Q1 is most likely when that'll happen. So
yeah, I'm a little busy.
I only got 4 more weeks of work, and then I'm off for the rest of the year. So
it's amazing. I love that. Okay, all right. Well, speaking of, we've been getting off this call for forever. AJ, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you. It means a lot to me. Like, there's other people like you that are just like, I'm not doing that because I'm in the shadows and I'm not going to share my, stuff. And I really appreciate you.
I want people to be successful. All they got to do is try.
Yep.
I agree. Well, it's good to see you guys. I'm going to go pack a bunch of. Hi,
Heather.
Hey, Heather's on here. That's who we need. We need to get Heather on here too. I'm going to go pack a bunch of FBM orders while James plays Xbox. So if anyone wants.
I'm going to go drink some wine because it's a lot of packages I got to pack up.
Love it. All right. Thanks, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. All right. See you guys.